If you want to start to build trust in your teams, we're going to give you a step-by-step guide to what we as professional, experienced facilitators and team coaches do right at the beginning of that journey with teams. It's really easy, and we'll give you a few tips about what not to do as well. If you want to see more, just click on the link above and go to the article and read the details. Very briefly though, when we want to build trust, we need to be a little bit vulnerable. However, we can't just charge in straight away because that's creepy and weird and freaks people out and builds defensiveness. So what do? We build a little bit at a time. We're a little bit vulnerable, which builds a little bit of trust. And then we can be a little bit more vulnerable, which builds a little bit more trust. How do we do this? I'm going to tell you the 4 steps to doing this exercise. You can do it in your next team meeting as long as you've got about half an hour spare. And I'll explain how to do this. The 4 steps: designing, explaining, going first, and debriefing. So, designing. What does designing mean? That's a wanky coach speak for just agreeing how you're going to be. Confidentiality is something we want, and get everyone to raise their hands and confirm that they are going to hold what's discussed in that room confidential. What else? Well, then you ask people if there's anything else they need to design, anything else they're worried about. Explain. So you're going to explain the 3 questions that everybody's going to answer. And when you do this, you underline and make sure you're really clear that people only have to share things that they feel comfortable about. And you're not looking for their deepest, darkest secrets.
Do you want to know a secret?
The 3 questions are: where did you grow up? Number 2, how many siblings do you have and whereabouts in that order do you come? And number 3, what was the greatest challenge of your childhood? And again, when you finish this, just reiterate that you only want people to share what they're comfortable with. Step number 3 then is go first. So you as the leader need to go first and demonstrate a little bit more vulnerability than you feel comfortable with. Then explain that everybody's just going to jump in whenever they're ready and do the same thing. Make sure in between people sharing that you say thank you. It's really important to acknowledge them, and then invite the next person. You may have to wait a while. Just hold the space, hold the silence, and wait. And wait. And then someone will step in and do it. Once we've gone around the room, then we move to step number 4. Step number 4 is the debrief. First, you want to acknowledge that it's a bit difficult and uncomfortable, and you're really, really grateful for the courage that people showed. Next, then, you need to ask some powerful questions about the experience. Never use the word why. Always say things like, what was that like sharing? What was it like to hear other people talking? And when you're debriefing, you want to fade back. You want to hear yourself saying less and less and let a discussion emerge. We call this fading in wanky coach speak. Then you're done. Say thank you very much and crack on with the meeting. I hope this helped. Do click on the above link and read the detailed explanation. And there's a little bit more about our experience. We do this all the time. We've done hundreds and hundreds of workshops, done thousands of hours of coaching. So this stuff really works.